너 이거 왜 이래? 우와. 잠깐만요. 우와, already so long. 이제 옷을 I have to upgrade the badge. 더워. So hot. Almost 4 years. Hi guys. I woke up just now, exercised, and then I just turned on stream. 이에요. I have to upload some K-pop stuff. 기다려봐. Wait a minute, 이게 뭔지 라라라라따따 라라라라 Why is it so hot in my room? 너무 How was the guys' day so far? You know what's interesting is I still am getting followers on my Chichi channel, so that's been going good. Guys, you know what's scary? I have another family stuff tomorrow. This is what happens if you're sick for 2 days. If you're sick for 3 weeks, is I didn't get to see family at all when I came back from Korea. So now all the family stuff are like pushed into one day. So that's why this week is not as much stream as I planned. quickly uploading something on YouTube and Instagram because I forgot to do it. Thank you. Ooh. Actually, I should do this one first. I was supposed to upload that one first, and then I should keep this like thing in organized, like do 2 music video reaction and a K-pop stuff. Whoa! Something blew up. Triple S Hala blew up on my TikTok. 역시 Triple S, Triple IZ. So I gained 30 followers within just that video. Yeah, isn't this so sad? Look at this. 5.5, 5.8 man, 58,000 views. While my other videos are at like 200. I should cover their dance. Today, let's cover their dance. Wow. It's all Dita. Oh, and they say the secret number is scheduled a US tour soon. 역시 secret number인가? Wow. I think that's the highest I've reached on my TikTok channel. Actually, even some of the dance covers also get deleted. The sounds get deleted. That's so bad. Ooh. This is the highest view I gotten on TikTok. That's crazy. TikTok is so crazy, guys. Anyways. Uploading dance. I guess that's why people say it's better to do TikTok. You gain more followers and views. Oh, I have like 4 different, like 2 other different TikToks. It's Jinri K-pop. Let me just upload a dance. Right now we're not doing anything. Baby Monster doing so bad. Monster. 잠깐만. 잘했군. Okay, we will cover. 그 누구지? They're TikTok users? Yeah. Sorry guys, this is, you know what I hate about this type of thing is it's today Triple IZ dance challenge. I am 자본주의. This is capitalism. Anything to get views. This is TikTokism. Anything to get views. You just review their channel. 진짜. Is it sad? I was like, oh, today I'll do Le Seraphim. We're not doing Le Seraphim. Today is Triple IZ. I guess it seems maybe a lot of Indonesian and Indian people use TikTok maybe more than this one. So either that or my TikTok link is somewhere. Because my YouTube didn't boom as much as I expected from like Secret Number and stuff, but TikTok did. So if anyone can find that, if yeah, feel free to let me know. Cause it's only at 1,000 views, which is not big. So I'm surprised. Unlike Baby Monster, somehow is really high. It's so weird. Got them all going. Shush. Wait, does Baby Monster not have TikTok? 없나 본데. Holy cow, this video is continuing likes and stuff. Facebook Reels work well. Ah, not as much as TikTok though. I think TikTok is just another. It's really interesting to see because whoa. So, my Jinri's travel log is doing much better than my K-pop one, and that's sad. Oh, I did TikTok, that a YouTube one. Just give me a second. Wait. I did Wonnie's makeup one too. I have to upload them. Got them all going. Shush! Shush! Shush, shush, hoi, hoi, shush. That song is so addicting. Morning, guys. Good morning. How's everyone doing today? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Sorry it took a while for me to do this, but I hope you're having a wonderful day. 잠깐만. K-pop hashtag who is baby monster? I heard Korean is 베베몬 joining. Hello, 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 hello. Today's news is capitalism is scary. I go by money. Na 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 na. I'm money. Da 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 da. I'm money. Ooh, IU jazz style music. What the fuck is this? $60K views. That's crazy. So let's go with today's news. Oh, okay. So today we can finally talk about the China TikTok. Let's talk about TikTok, how house passes bills to force TikTok sales from Chinese owner. Thanks to Phantom, we got a couple of articles about it, so let's look into it. Thank you, Phantom. Other things. Seems there's an update on the Maryland Baltimore port issues, along with Tesla and oh, I wanted to talk about the TSMC one. Yeah, let's do those two. Baby monster. Ping? Stare ping. Oh yeah. Did you get the ping? Yeah. Don't forget to like and enjoy my dance thing. Oh, and then I know this is really random, but I wanted to do programming content. 진짜 Jidri, you have so much content. You need to stop. You're killing yourself. But there is a fun programming content that I wanted to do, and I kind of was thinking about going back to programming, because here's the thing. Mia and I had a really long discussion yesterday ever since we came back, because like in terms of body condition, I've been kind of little like iffy on it, so I have started working out, but we're also being careful just in case I'm at that like stage again. We're going back, we're repeating history. So then we were talking about being extra careful and everything, because it sucks to be in like a bad situation. Now, a couple of things that Mia and I are disagreeing on is dancing. I thought it'd be okay, but he is extra worried in terms of like, don't even want me to exercise like at a really intense level, which makes sense, which definitely makes sense. And he thinks that's one of the things that I've been doing when it comes to dancing. So I was like, okay, so what's other things that I can do? So I was like, I'm gonna go back programming. That's one of the things I'm hoping to go back on and do. So because I'm gonna be bored. If I don't dance and stuff, I'm gonna be bored, and I'll have nothing to upload at least on my K-pop YouTube other than reactions for at least 10 months. So I need to keep myself motivated and doing other things. So I think we'll go back to K-pop, or we'll go back to programming and do those. We'll be more studious when it comes during that day, and even if I say I'm exhausted, I'll still do it. So that's one thing that I'm hoping to do, and hoping it'll help out. So that's a little side update for you guys. Now, before we get to the TikTok talk, let's go through the other news, and then we'll do some music video reaction. I don't think I know of anything that came out recently. I don't think you've also listed out some stuff. So right? Let's see. They do have UA blush. I mean, I still have like a handload of videos to upload. I did try to finish Triple IZ and Kiss a Wife ASAP, but like I still have Ensign and Candy Shop and Eunice one. And Deja Vu. Did I not do? No, I did Deja Vu. I want to do a different K-pop music video reaction today. 잠깐만. Bag is deep? Bag is deep? What do you mean? Who is Me Ai? They debuted? Oh, Gravity got a new song. Okay, we'll do Gravity later. Oh, and then apparently there is a huge discussion about Rise's comeback that a lot of people are boycotting. So I actually got emails asking for no reactions for Rise, so I'll have to think about it because I like Rise. But they don't want me to react to it, which is sad, so... Thank you, thank you, thank you. Why are they being boycotted? So, 잠깐만. Let me read you an email that I got related to that. Oh. 야, 기다려봐. I also got like DMs and stuff. So, and remind me to get my coffee coffee account updated. I keep forgetting to do that. Oh, I another email on this. I got like 2 emails from like different people. Do I have another one? Okay, no, I just have 2. I think they're copying and pasting the same message, but they say that they are boycotting the Rise's new comeback with a video scheduled in like April 18th and 3 B-sides scheduled to release April 29th. So they're boycotting the company SM, who's not protecting the member from privacy leaks and false rumors. So one of the member has been a victim of many privacy leaks since debut, which resulted in SM putting him in an indefinite hiatus for months instead of taking actions against the leakers. But I actually knew of his rumors, and some say it's true. But people are saying that they don't know anything about him, his well-being, position, and also the other 6 members have also faced privacy leaks, but they ended up apologizing for that. Many fan projects and requests from a statement from SM that's been ignored, they are going to boycott. So they are saying that asking for a statement from SM regarding Seunghan and the legal actions they are taking for him as well as other members. It would be great if you could avoid posting about Rise's upcoming comebacks and content related to them on your channel. It would be appreciated if you talk about this on your social media accounts and community board to spread more awareness about the situation. So that's what they said. I got like emails and DMs about it. And there are legitimate statements, like legit articles. But the rumors was that he took their fans. It was a email from Rise's fans. But I remember Koreans were... So I'm gonna look this up on Korean news. And so the rumors at the time was he took this young age, like not a 미성년자? He took a minor to a motel, and that's been leaked. Someone got a picture of that leaked. And I think there's been a couple of facts that's been checked, but people are saying, hey, that's a privacy issue. But in Korea, even if that's privacy issue, if they can confirm that he took a minor to a motel, it doesn't matter about his privacy. He should be banned from the group. Yeah. So oh, I didn't even show you guys. I didn't want to like expose the person's emails, but I don't think at the time he was a minor, because he's like 18 or 19, but took another person who's a minor. So maybe to a foreigner, they take this situation differently, but taking a minor to a motel is really bad, because first of all, a motel shouldn't even allow a minor to enter. I don't know how he did it, but so I'm reading the boycott statement that they emailed me. I never expected to get one of these emails, so it's pretty interesting to see it. But it's on TikTok. So because SM is actually really good at these type of things. If there's any issues with the members, then it's just automatic bye-bye. But I guess fans cannot not accept this. So ever since Rise's Instagram account opened, every member of Rise has had their privacy invaded, and rumors, private pictures from their youth, photos and videos from private pre-debut accounts, as well as manipulated and doctored photographies and text message has spread across social media. It has continued to a point where recently a member's civilian friend in another country has been cyber stalked and has had malicious rumors spread about them as well. I think important context here is what a motel means in Korea. Maybe they don't know. Does people not know what motel means in Korea? Oh, this is better to read, guys. So then SM just did it, but I feel like this is just, the statement isn't clear. They need to be more specific on the privacy issue. I guess to a foreigner, revealing privacy, even if for what they did is bad, it's bad. So, I don't know. This was pretty yeah. And then so to address these acts, SM entered So they are saying it's false information. So I don't know which one to trust, because Koreans are saying it's legit information, and Americans are saying that's false information. So I don't know which one's true. So I guess they have sent some type of things to them, but nothing was done in regards. So the member we are going to look into is Seung-Hani. Oh, even 중앙 News did a thing on it. So controversial pictures and videos from his past that went viral online, posted before his official debut just months ago. And then he apologized. But what was the pictures? Ah, here. So a picture that went viral on August 8, 2028 showed Seunghan kissing an unidentifiable woman in bed. The picture, first posted on X, was uploaded with the caption, "Rise, Hong Seunghan took a teenage girlfriend to a motel." Yeah. Nothing has been confirmed about the women in the picture, but the fact that a K-pop trainee had taken a photo with a girlfriend was enough to anger Rise's fans for ruining the group's reputation even before the band's official debut. Then Seunghan apologized, but another video went viral on November 18th showing him smoking and recording himself for doing so before his debut. He had passed the legal smoking age, but his behavior was deemed inappropriate for K-pop trainee, resulted in Rise fans holding an LED truck protest in front of SM Entertainment headquarters on Wednesday. So then he wrote saying, "I'm sorry, blah blah blah." However, SM Entertainment warned that the spreading false rumors or fabricating videos will be subject to legal measures by the agency. So then they said that they found the person who first leaked the photo, so then they're gonna do that. Then photos and videos that are circulating were shot before debut in his free time. They have been manipulated and edited to mislead the audience. Oh, you know the ones you know the one I saw? Yeah, the truck with the LED signs and writes the message. The perpetrators created non-existent online chat to spread lies and damage the artist's reputation. But how can you manipulate the picture? And then Seunghan's indefinite hiatus does not mean that he is dropping out of the band. However, some SM entertainments in the past who took time off due to scandals quit a few years later, such as Kang In and Lucas. Kang In was caught drunk driving in 2018, and he's been out for 3 years. Has also been mirrored in rumors regarding his personal life. Do they still have the pictures? 아, 이건가 보다. This is video. He is smoking. Like that. 아, 이건가 보다. This must have been the kissing picture with the... 아, 요거네. It seems that he also took the picture too, not the girl. 이건 뭐야? What is this? 에휴, 자식 불쌍하구만. 오케이. 어쩔 수 없어 저거는. You know what that means? Then it means I'm highly sure that that guy will not come back. Poor people, but what can we do? As a reaction YouTuber, it's always important to keep consistent, keep in the middle. I think SM did a great job of at least keeping him out of the group, just in case. And it seems that it wasn't SM who was pissed off, it was the fans. Korean fans don't want to see that. They don't want to see their idol oppas kissing another girl. Pictures of kissing in a motel. Anyways, let's actually move on to news. TSMC gets 6.6 billion in chip making cash from Biden while pledging to build a third Arizona party. Oh. So Biden administration said Monday it plans to send up to 6.6 billion in federal grants to the TSMC as the chip-making giant promises a $25 billion Arizona expansion that will bring a third TSMC fabrication plant to that state. Wow, $6.6 billion? I thought they wanted to help. So the deal, the second major US chip-making grant announcement of the last 3 weeks, is part of President Joe Biden's effort to restart advanced semiconductor manufacturing in the US. So in March, Biden said the US would provide up to 8.5 billion in grants in the year ahead of Intel. To Intel to support a range of new projects in Arizona, Ohio, New Mexico, and Oregon. The money from both companies is coming from 2022's CHIPS and Science Law, which is a signature accomplishment of Biden's current terms. Oh, really? Look into that. And then TSMC will use the grant to fund the continued construction of the 2 manufacturing plants already being built in the Phoenix area. Company also announced Monday it would build a third facility there in the years ahead. The goal is for all 3 plants to be online and producing TSMC's most advanced chips by the end of the decade. In US. Some of the plants even hope to use a forthcoming 2 nanometer fabrication process and even more advanced chips than are currently available. I'm not in any category? Oh, why? Where? That's so weird, thank you. Still will take a while for building? These are the chips that underpin all artificial intelligence, and they are the chips that are necessary components for the technology that we need to underpin our economy. So, what does this mean? Guys, what will this do? So Biden Oppa gave money to TSMC. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Or is this kind of like political related? Saying, hey, XX, you know, is doing great deeds. The US is scared of China taking over Taiwan. Do you think it would be like in terms of war? Is China planning to have a war with Taiwan? How would they take over China? Taking over or overtaking? What's the difference? What's the difference between overtaking or taking over? You guys think it was a good decision to spend $6.6 billion on TSMC? Well, if you think about all the semiconductor companies out there, manufacturers out there, I guess TSMC is the best one, far the best one, so... Wow, so they plan on investing over $6.65 billion in its Arizona operations. Didn't they also give money to Samsung too or something? It has previously announced $40 billion and said today it would add an additional $25 billion, largely to fund constructions over the third fabrication facility. So that Arizona is playing in the effort to bring back semiconductor manufacturing to the US. So is maybe US trying to buy TSMC? Could be another thought we would be thinking of. President Biden has made multiple semiconductor-themed trips to the state in recent years, including a stop last month to announce the grants for Intel. Wow. Actually, getting a job in Arizona would be really good then. Wow, but it's so boring there. Bringing the most advanced microchips manufacturing back to US. So in addition, 3 smaller manufacturing award has been previously announced, so I guess maybe not Samsung. Maybe I was misreading about Samsung. It seems 35 million to base system. Wow. I love how they say small awards, but it's even 35 million is a lot. 162 million for microchip technology and 1.5 billion for global foundries for funding the manufacturing of less advanced but still crucial chips. The 20-month-old law allows the White House to spend a total of about 650 billion. 39 billion specifically earmarked for manufacturing to try and help reignite the sector in the years ahead. Oh, they have one South Korea. Oh, this is a Netherlands group. So top semiconductor market companies by market cap. So Nvidia, this is Nvidia, right? AMD. Intel is so small. So it's one, and then this is Qualcomm. I know. This is, what is this, guys? Something. Something. TSMC, Samsung, ASML, then AMD, and I guess the last 4 are like similar. Overtake is Chinese manufacturing will be successful then Taiwan? I think it's more taking over. I don't trust in Chinese technology. Oh, it's Broadcom? Ah. I wonder how China will try to own TSMC. What could they do? I mean, they have the money, but I don't think they would sell it to TSMC. We're already shipping product to Taiwan for packing and ship back for selling. The Russian way? What's the Russian way? Distinction. I think taking over, not overtaking. Did I say overtaking? So focus on the labor market. So I guess this is when TSMC stock started going up. Because I remember I think this was when I learned about TSMC. Wow, so Biden officials called TSMC's overall project the largest foreign direct investment in a completely new project in US history. Maybe are they giving like an effort on trying to save TSMC from China? So if they get more power in US, they won't be able to be overtaken, right? So maybe they'll try to somehow, and I guess taking over TSMC would be hard in that sense. Project is also expected to lead to tens of thousands of additional jobs, as other companies work to supply the new massive facilities. The increased investment is due to an ever-rising demand from US companies for chips, specifically ones made inside the US. She notes that top officials like Apple and Nvidia attended a 2022 groundbreaking for TSMC's second facility in Arizona. And Apple and Nvidia currently rely almost exclusively on chips from the company that are manufactured in Taiwan. So I guess it's good news for Apple and Nvidia. Statement Monday, Liu said the government's funding allowed for this increased investment, adding our US operations allow us to better support our US customers, which includes several of the world's leading technology companies. What, $50 billion on technology, on semiconductors? Semiconductors must be taking on a very important role in the recent technology, guys. $50 billion is so much. And the fact that they added in a lot, or they helped out a lot in TSMC. So what is this article saying? What should we get out of this article from what we just read? How should we think about this? Well, I think the more that they support the more they support TSMC, Intel has like no way of growing in terms of building a better semiconductor. And I feel like they are trying to support more of TSMC. It's both a lot of money, but also not much money. Ah, the shortage. Well, I feel like the shortage only happened mostly during the COVID though, right? I don't think I've seen any news about shortages recently. So... It costs more than $6 billion? Is there anything that doesn't have a semiconductor? So semiconductor is something that relates to computers, right? So cars have it. Cars recently started having it because I guess a lot of things are made. A lot of cars have computerized technology inside it nowadays. I'm trying to think of places that they won't have semiconductors. Phones have it. What are some electronics? I guess all electronics nowadays will start having semiconductors. Wait, does cameras also have semiconductors? The AI stuff? What is the AI stuff? I'm trying to think other AI. What is an AI stuff? Ah. Washing machines. House appliance will start having will start requiring a lot of semiconductors. Ah, house appliance. Not just fudge, sorry, computer stuff. So instead of helping out Intel to reach one of the tops, or even AMD, they decided to go with just increasing the size of TSMC so that they won't be taken over by China. Taking over? Overtaking by China? Well, maybe both. So you guys think US is afraid of China? I mean, I guess this kind of relates to the talk we were seeing earlier about that we're gonna start with thing with the TikTok too. Yeah. China? So what I find interesting about US and how America works is I feel like instead of trying to get better within the companies started from US, it seems that it's easier for them to just use money to bring a company to US from foreign countries and use their sources, their resources. So and that's actually a smart move, but it just feels like US is interesting. I think US is, it's really a very interesting company if you see it kind of like outside the box. I've lived in US, so I never thought about it this way, but ever since I moved to Korea and I see like the country US, it's, I mean, there's always a reason why it's number one, but yeah. Oh, really? Yeah. I mean, yeah, the company is giving out different monies to different firms, which is good. But as the article says, this is the first time they've given so much to an international company, which I find it interesting. And that's why it's probably becoming an article about it, right? So anyways, it's good that it's supporting different companies out there to stay in the game, stay ahead of the game. But yeah, I don't know where I was gonna go with that. Anyways, let's move on to Tesla. So what is this? Tesla robot taxis. Another crazy stuff. So Tesla stock closed up nearly 5% on Monday as investors bought into Musk's latest proclamation that Tesla would debut its long-awaited robo-taxi in August 8th. So they reported that Tesla had canceled plans to build a long-awaited sub 30,000 EV, which some have called the Model 2. They say that Tesla would instead focus on a self-driving robo-taxi, which Musk responded on X that Reuters was lying again, before returning to the platform later to announce the unveiling of the robo-taxi. What? So it is true that they are focusing on the robo-taxi, generally understood to have no steering wheels or pedals. We're not sure about the low-cost EV, but that's the thing. Robo-taxi. So they said that robo-taxi news was thesis changing on Tesla. If the shift away from Model 2 is once again confirmed, The Tesla bull case would then presumably be that in light of solid improvement in its autonomous tech, Tesla has decided to press its unique AI and software advantage through a focus on robo-taxi, which few OEMs, which is original equipment makers, could imitate that, and that would command more favorable economic. Oh, this is the bull's case. The bear, however, is that Tesla has given up a key reason why many own the stock. Oh, really? So many own the stock because of the Model 2, which is reaccelerate volume, margin, and FCF. Which would also mean bull thesis is based on Tesla cracking the code on self-driving, which will require navigating a number of regulatory hurdles and acquiring enough data to train the software. They have an unparalleled data advantage compared to every other company that's solving for full autonomy. As with AI, Keeney said data is the key to training models and getting to a working model of self-driving. 그치, you gotta train the model. She said Tesla's full self-driving beta is nearly there, noting that Tesla is accumulating 2.5 million miles of self-driving data from customers every day. So anyone who owns Tesla, your data is being taken away. Competitors like Waymo have only logged a little over 10 million miles since the beginning of the project. We think this is going to drive the future value of Tesla. When we look out 5 years, we think it'll be 2/3 of the enterprise value in 5 years. Forecasting 10 trillion in revenue from robo-taxi efforts. Wow. Isn't this all the buzzwords? So this is actually how they're testing it. On the other side of the spectrum, Craig Aaron at Roth Capital, who is much more skeptical on the robo-taxi. Today's move in the stock is technical in nature and not rooted in fundamentals. So he's kind of meh about it. Professional investors follow momentum. They measure retail momentum very carefully, and the size of the uplift on this announcement will be measured by all my clients across Wall Street. Autonomous driving? 진짜? Autonomous driving will consume as much electricity as the drivetrain in current EVs. Technically, it's conceivable, it's feasible, but not on the Tesla vehicles that have been sold and not in the format that anyone's close to today. So he suspects Tesla's vehicle will need more enhanced sensors, cameras, and other equipments to truly achieve full autonomy. And the fascination of the cyber taxi is masking the bigger fundamental problems at the company, such as lack of demand and strong competition. I think the stock can get cut in half. I think there's more price cuts to come. I think that there's more margin compression, and this is a diversion away from the fact that the company is now shrinking. 와, 이거는 어렵다. Yeah, this is why I think stock is a gambling, right? So one side is viewing this as yes, a good directional change. I mean, I can see both reasons. I can see like what they mean by both reasons. Because Tesla should have data. A lot of people own Tesla. So Tesla does have data. So in terms of making a autonomous vehicle, theoretically, right? Theoretically, they should have enough data to train the software. I think that's somewhat true. Right? See, they say that Tesla is accumulating 2.5 million miles of self-driving data from customers every day. While their competitor... So this makes sense. But then at the same time, Tesla wasn't a good autonomous vehicle, I remember. 모르겠다. So, you know what? I hate these type of articles because, you know, this person, Tasha, wants like ants to invest in Tesla, right? So that Tesla price goes up just by saying, hey, we're making a new blah blah blah, right? 모르겠다. 이건 진짜 어렵다. I would want to look into more details about this. I think this is something that would require more details. It's only 2 years away. People hate self-driving cars. I love the proper concept of self-driving car, but that concept will likely never find its way onto the road. 그치? Yeah. So in this, you know, like lidar is also something that we talk a lot about Tesla. So I still, okay, honestly, to this day, I still don't know why people value Tesla car so much. Because I think for its price, I think they lack perfection. Is that maybe the word I want to use? But it's a fun stock to be involved in, I think. It's definitely a meme stock. I don't like the word meme stock, but I think it's a meme stock. And the fact that anything related to what Musk says shakes the stock price of Tesla is pretty scary, guys. But stock prices are too much about what investors think will happen. Yeah, this is what I don't like about it. Even us reading the news and trying to see the actual value of the company is now not important in terms of stock anymore. It's all about news and what one investor says versus another investor says. So do you guys think it has potential? Self-autonomous car has potentials? I honestly don't think so. 아닌가? Do you think one day everyone will drive a... Okay, let's go with this. Which one do you guys think will come first? Convincing... Okay, let's do this. My first question. Question 1. Which one do you guys think will happen first? Question 1. Yeah. Sorry, I'm writing all over the place. EV cars versus autonomous cars. Autonomous cars. What I want to bring about this is, which one do you think will people adapt to? As in 80% of the world car will be getting an electric car first or autonomous car first. Because in the article they say Musk Oppa ended up giving up his current Model 2, which was a better version of EV car, right? And saying we're gonna move on to autonomous. We're going to focus on autonomous. Honestly, just by reading this article, what I feel like is because there's so many quote-unquote better competitors other than Tesla. You guys also mentioned the what was BYD인가? BYN인가? I just feel like Musk is at one point kind of losing his momentum is what I felt like. So right now, since none of the car company has achieved any of the autonomous, I know some of the cars allow the self-driving happening in the cars or in the system, so you can drive with your hands free. Kia does that right now, but to go fully autonomous, it's a different question, right? They are planning to have a car that doesn't even have a steering wheel and acceleration, it seems like, right? As I read it, correct me if I'm wrong. So since no one is going there, and Musk, who's not an actual engineer but more of a businessman, just by reading this article, just reading it, I know I need more data to back it up, but what I feel like is, remember when Tesla first came out and a lot of people were really hyped up because it was like, oh, it's EV. So there's two people in the world of what they think of Tesla. It's an EV car. They are known for EV car, you know, like yay, or versus they are an autonomous car, right? And they knew that this technology was hard. You know, we had lots of debates of LiDAR versus LiDAR versus camera, was it? And Tesla's still using camera. So then kind of Tesla switched his, you know, route to EVs because at the time there wasn't that many EV cars out there, especially that were being built in US. And so, you know, there's Tesla with the electric vehicle charging devices out there, and it got really popular. So a lot of people now think Tesla equals EV cars. And since they are kind of like the first one to start it, a lot of people were like, oh yeah, we didn't think it would become true, but it is. But the more people looked into EV cars and knowing there were better options out there, they kind of, you know, like Tesla stock kind of went down, right? So Musk, being a businessman, is like, okay, now the EV, the word, you know, the buzzword that we always talk about, the buzzword EV car has now gradually faded away. Maybe it's time to use the next popular buzzword, which is autonomous car. So what I feel like this auto taxi or robo taxi is going to feel like is it's going to be autonomous. I think it's going to be somewhat fully autonomous. In terms of safety, I won't trust it. That's what I'm feeling. I know I shouldn't go by the feel, but kind of going back to seeing the trend of what Musk has built so far in his career, I just feel like this is kind of like not a safe route to go. And I feel like at one point there are going to be articles related to this EV car having a, you know, like a car accident with someone driving. And so who are we going to take the fall for it? The person who owned the EV car, or sorry, the person who owns the autonomous car, the company, you know, and that's going to be another headache for the lawmakers. It's like, well, you were in the car, but then the person's be like, well, I have no steering wheels of like controlling it, so what should we do? You know, it's just kind of like, whoo. So yeah, like that's been always like the case that they were talking into. So, you know, like once they start building the actual robo taxi, that case is gonna happen more often, and the autonomous car makers are gonna say, hey, you know what? If everything was autonomous, if all the car owners are autonomous, then that's not a big deal. It's probably the driver's issue for not driving right. Then it's like, okay, well, like. So, anyways, now reading your comments. Tesla stock will be fine though. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I think Elon Musk is kind of like a K-idol oppa. You know, like there are fans. I remember one stream I was fighting with this Tesla fan, and he could not define, you you know, why Tesla was good. And I was like, you know, if you convince me, like if you give me a legit reason of why Tesla is good, like I would be willing to buy a Tesla. And he was just like, it's good. I'm like, why? What makes it good? And so then I was like, okay, well, he just has lots of idol fan opars, right? Anyways, continuing. Self-driving cars can eliminate the need of 50% of all cars. Self-driving cars can eliminate the need of 50% of all cars. What's the need of all cars? They skipped out on a budget model to pursue the Cybertruck and have had lots of issues with it. Oh, really? It's decades away. Yeah, even... No. I actually wanted to get inside one Cybertruck. It looked pretty interesting. Autonomous car would likely... that's true, that's true. Autonomous, yeah, that makes sense. That definitely makes sense. Yeah. Hybrid cars over full EV and no one buys an autonomous car. That's so sad. EV cars don't work well in harsh climates. Then again, not all roads have proper roads, lanes, and makes auto driving moods. 이거 뭐야? Auto makes auto. Is it Korean? 아니구나. At some point in the future, EVs will take over as oil winds down. EVs will take over. EVs? Do you think so? Do you think, I mean, EV, full EV, not even hybrid? I think at one point, everyone will change to hybrid car, but to go 100% EV car? 와. 모르겠다. City buses are like autonomous vehicles. No one pays attention to the driver. Bus pulls up, get on, get off when and where you want. So having a autonomous vehicle in that sense, that'll be bad, right? Time to lobby and ban manual driving cars. Oh. 50% means nobody needs to own the car. So the car will be used for multiple people. So it's be like taxi or I mean bus. Then actual car sharing would be really enabled, which would be great for downtown city centers. So you guys actually are fond of the autonomous car idea. Is that kind of like the idea that I'm getting? Maybe like Uber without drivers at that time? How much would you have to pay for it then? Idea is good. You know what? That's true. Idea is good. Idea, well. Okay, but can I be kind of like a boomer about this idea of autonomous car? It's gonna suck. You know. Wait, but what if? Wait, sorry. In terms of just, suddenly I read Holly's comment and made me think about, you know, it's bad. But what if they have, you know, you have the paying on the app that has no driver. We're talking about America, right? Down below has tips. I can already see that. Tips. How much are you tipping? Tesla Robo taxi. How much will you tip? So your autonomous vehicle taxi will cost like, you know, $50 for one ride. Robot just yells at you. F you! Car parking. Actually, at that time, then there's no reason for you guys to own a car. If it becomes all autonomous. But gosh, a little boomer Jinri is coming out. Can I just say this? You know, like Jinri is somewhat very like enjoys the. I'm very 낭만적인 사람. I'm very romantic. I should have been born in the romantic era. Is maybe if I want to say that, where it's a car. You drive the car. You want to drive Route 1 in a car where you steer the wheel, not get in a car, right? So, I don't know. I'm just. But then what if one day that just doesn't happen because if you know, like they make a statement, they make law saying since everything's gonna be autonomous, we're not gonna have people driving it. It's like, I don't know. But I mean, Tesla does have a lot of data to back it up, so I think it could work theoretically with all the data that they have that they're getting of owning it. But there are definitely places that doesn't drive a Tesla car, like somewhere in the desert maybe. I know you guys mentioned climate issues in terms of electric vehicles, so in that sense, what would they do about those type of cities or states, cities, wherever? Maybe Uber without drivers, or maybe you just own lease some amount of usage of a car. That's so weird too. But I feel like once they say we're gonna start autonomous vehicles, they would need to have no one driving on the road in case of a car accident though. Right? Because like, who are we gonna blame for if there was a car accident versus the autonomous vehicle and the other person, right? It's like flying. That's true. Well, I mean, fly your own thing. It's not something that a normal person can do, right? I don't know. So do you think then this autonomous vehicle that will be created by Tesla is gonna work? I don't see a value of Tesla being any better. Like, would you think ambulance would be a good autonomous vehicle? Because in a perfect system? 그치, me too. In a perfect system. 그치. But even with the 0.1% error. Yeah. I mean, now that I think about it, autonomous vehicles, downtown city people definitely would be helpful, but I also think it's gonna be helpful for those who are old, like old generation people. Did I tell you guys about a story where two ajumas, like old Korean ajumas, like stopped at a highway? They literally stopped at a highway. Did you guys see this video? So this is like highway road, right? There was one car. This is a car. The car just stopped at the highway, and so the person behind it was filming this car. This is highway where we're driving like, I don't know, like 70-80 miles per hour. This car just stopped, and this lady, the driver lady, got out of the car and is laughing and started running this way. And the person that was in this spot, she's also a lady, got out of the car and was like laughing and running back. They were just switching drivers on a highway. No biggie. All casual. So I remember reading the comments being like, can we allow no like drivers, like old lady drivers, to be on the road? Like, you know, this is not safe for driving like 70 miles per hour. Luckily, this car was able to stop and then put on the blinkers in Korea, which means like, you know, slow down. There's a traffic ahead. This could have led to a really bad accident if it was someone that kind of missed this, which people would not. Oh, there you go. Just died out. That was weird. Elon didn't want to hear me talk about his company. That's true. Yeah, let's talk about his company. Anyways, continuing. Maryland government and members of Congress to meet to discuss support for rebuilding collapsed bridge. Oh, they finally met for rebuilding. That's good. Which has blocked the main shipping channel at Baltimore Port for nearly 2 weeks. Wow, can you believe it? I'm going to be spending part of this week with our delegation going down and meeting with leaders and ranking members in the Congress, letting them know that this issue is not partisan. This is a patriotic responsibility to be able to support one of this country's great economic engines. Ooh. This is an opportunity to support a port that is directly responsible for the hiring of tens. 이렇게 말하네? About wanting to drive in a perfect scenario where you have only autonomous cars on the road, you could still have them be drivable manually, just with some. Oh, that's true. I just think if they're gonna have, okay, sorry, I said we're gonna go back, we're gonna move on, but one thing about autonomous car, I think in a perfect ideal world, I think they should just have one road for autonomous vehicle and one road for regular vehicle. In terms of if they want to point fingers at someone. Anyways, moving on. Maryland lawmakers reached the end of the legislative session. What is using of the state's rainy day fund to help port employee? Wait, a measure authorizing using of the a measure rainy day fund to help port employee. Eh? Okay. A measure authorizing to use the state's rainy day fund to help port employee was approved and sent to Moore's desk. I can read it. The government planned to sign the emergency legislation Tuesday, putting it into effect right away. Bridge collapse March, we read this, where the cargo ship Dali, which lost power shortly after leaving Baltimore. Bound for Sri Lanka, the ship issued a Mayday alert with just enough time for police to stop traffic, but not enough to save the roadwork crew filling potholes on the bridge. Oh, this was... But it's good that they were able to at least make the Mayday alert for lesser big issue causing blah blah blah. Authorities believe 6 workers, immigrants from Mexico, Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador plunged to their death. Condolence. So they actually found 3. So they just maybe need 1 more other body. It's okay, that's good though. So they say that the statement remains focused. They need to, by the way, for this thing that happened, they need to give them... the state remains focused on supporting the family. Oh, there you go. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. And bringing them closure. We are still very much focused on bringing closure and comfort to these families and the operation to be able to bring that closure to these families. It has not stopped, continued to be a 24/7 operation. Temporary alternate channels. Sorry guys, English issues. Have been cleared, and the US Army Corps of Engineers said last week that it expects to open a limited access channel for barge container ships and some vessels moving cars and farm equipment by the end of April. US Army 또 같이 하구나. Officials are aimed to restore normal capacity. Oh, by the end of May? Actually, it's faster than I thought. Oh, 8 workers? Of the 8, they think 6 is... okay. Man, Moore was upbeat about progress to reopening channels. He said that if he had been told the morning of the collapse that there would be 2 channels opened in week. So it's good that they were able to kind of get a date of... Did they ever finish playing the blame game of what was to be blamed, or is that still something that they're looking into? More than 50 salvage divers and 12 cranes are on site to help cut out sections of the bridge and remove them from the key waterway. Crews began removing containers from the deck over the weekend, and they're making progress towards removing sections of the bridge that lie across the ship's bow so it can eventually move. What does the comment say? Did they even talk about 2 billion? Where did I miss the 2 billion? When did they say they were using $2 billion? Maybe it was in another news then. I don't think I read 2 billion. Well, I guess so they were spending $2 billion? Or is that just an assumption? Someone saying that there isn't even $2 billion left from the $1.9 trillion infrastructure bill? Eh? Where did it say 2 billion? 나 왜 못 읽었지? I thought I read every sentence of it. Maybe I guess it was in a different article. In an ideal world, all cars would be autonomous and commute with each other to avoid accidents and make traffic flow better. In an ideal world. Ideal world. There is no ideal. In the ideal world, Mark, I'll be rich and you guys, I'll be giving you guys money for working so hard on my company. 진짜 someday we want that ideal world, guys, right? There's too many flaws. There's too many people that are stupid. Federal monies are available, then they will rebuild it within 2 years, but lots of red tape to bid out the jobs. That opened up already, getting a couple more. No speculation. One of the guys speculates fuel. Fuel? Like, what sense fuel? You can still pay us in an imperfect world. 아니야, that does. In the imperfect world, you guys have to pay me. That's why it's imperfect. We are continuing with the imperfection of the world. So, yeah, I think the 2 billion was in maybe a different article. Just as you guys are talking about, but good. This one is actually a very positive news, very straightforward. I'm so curious on maybe the cause of fuel. So, bad fuel make the engine shut down is a theory. Oh, so the fuel, like gas fuel stuff to start the ship, caused the ship to shut down. The engine to shut down. The engine just shuts down once the bad fuel is in? I'm guessing that's probably programmed into the system, but but they say that it was regulated, no? Fuel had water in it. Fuel had water. Ah. Water. So maybe they wanted to go cheap and could have used that. That is also a possible assumption that they could have made. That's actually, guys, so sometimes it's not good to go cheap. I mean, that's always me. Like, I like to go cheap, but it's not me. No. Not to. I saw your article. That is for mañana. So, anyways, hope things get solved, and I hope you don't play too much of the blame game. If it was fueled, if it's fuel, who do we blame if it's fuel? Anyways, hope this thing gets solved. And it's good that they can somewhat at least create an something by May, at the end of May, which is only like 2 months, which is really good. And something like this should be accounted right away, ASAP. Anyways, now for the fun stuff. I know you guys were excited to talk about this, and we're gonna talk about TikTok, which I also have a TikTok too. So for those who watch TikTok, feel free to follow my TikTok channel. It is Jinri TV, Jinri K-pop, Jinri stuff. Let's see, I have lots of TikTok. It's Jinri K-pop, Jinri Travelogues, Jinri TV, Jinri Golf. So if you guys are interested, feel free to follow that. But anyways, so I should make a Jinri stuff and just put random stuff on my clips. So let's talk about TikTok being banned. What we know about TikTok's Chinese owners. I actually watched the how the CEO was at the court, and he is Singapore? He is from Singapore. And they keep asking, "Are you Chinese?" "No, sir, I'm Singaporean." It's like, "Do you have something with the Chinese something?" "No, sir, do you have any connection to Chinese like authority?" "No, sir." As I repeat, I am from Singapore. I know what they were getting to, but it was just hilarious. It was just fun to watch, and that became like a meme. But I mean, because the company is from China, it is good that they are assuming, because they are getting like evidence saying that they, you know, he's getting speech evidence saying that. So, but it was pretty funny. So, U.S. House of Representatives overwhelmingly passed a bill this week that would give. This was, by the way, last month, March 15th. But that would give TikTok's Chinese owner ByteDance about 6 months to divest? Oh, 잠깐만, guys. I had 지지직원 and I mean, just in case, I'm going to have chat out. I think no one chatted, but it's okay. We're just gonna, just in case, have it out. Any Korean American Koreans? They have to sell company TikTok's US operation to a US. Six months. The US assets of the short video app or face a ban in the greatest threat to the app since the Trump's administration. Below is what we know about the Chinese company, which was valued at $268 billion in December. So who is ByteDance? Nicknamed App Factory due to its frequent release of mobile application, ByteDance was founded by software engineer Zhang Yiming in 2012 in Beijing. It is often seen as the world's leading company on algorithms because its flagship apps such as TikTok, Douyin, and Toutiao, I don't know what that is, are powered by commanding recommendation engines that make its app appealing to users. Its first breakout hit was Toutiao, a news aggregation app released in 2012 that leverages machine learning algorithms to provide each user a personalized content feed. Oh, they actually have one. Douyin, TikTok's sister app in China, launched in late 2016, was an instant success and became ByteDance's second app with more than 100 million users in under a year after release. Isn't this a streaming platform? I think. ByteDance launched an international version of Douyin called TikTok the following year. Oh, maybe not then. What's the... Can I log into Douyin? Douyin? Or no? And what's the streaming app? Is this something these two, right? Sorry guys, sorry for the yawn. What? It's the same name? No. You know, like that streaming app where the text goes sideways and stuff? I don't think that's that. Or is it that? Ah, Bilibili. Oh, maybe it's that one. Am I going after TikTok? Why is everything being banned? Dude, the country, Korea and US likes to ban stuff that I'm using. They're targeting me, guys. So anyways, ByteDance launched an international version that's TikTok. While ByteDance said the two apps were positioned as two different products from the beginning, they share the same logo and similar user interface design. So the founder, born in the southeastern coastal province of Fujian, Zhang studied software engineering at Nankai University of Tianjin. Before founding ByteDance, he worked at multiple tech companies, including a brief stint at Microsoft. Oh, he's a smarty pants. In ByteDance's earlier years, he spent much of his time in Beijing working on Toutiao and Douyin, but since the COVID-19 pandemic outbreak, he has been spending more time abroad, with Singapore a key base. according to people familiar with the matter. They declined to be named because they were not authorized to speak to media. 2021, Zhang stepped down as ByteDance CEO and passed the reins to Liang Rubo, his co-founder and university roommate. At the time, he said he lacked the social skills to be an ideal manager and would rather spend time thinking about long-term strategy for the company away from the limelight. According to the release published by TikTok last May, about 60% of ByteDance is beneficially owned by global institutional investors, such as Carlyle Group, General Atlantic, and Susquehanna International Group. Sorry if I'm pronouncing this so bad. 20% by employees and the rest by Zhang. Still, Zhang holds over 50% of ByteDance's voting right. Oh, really? Relationship with Chinese government. Like with most big Chinese companies, China's ruling Communist Party has set up a party branch at ByteDance. In 2014, according to state media, raising concerns about Beijing's influence over the company. Scrutiny over ByteDance. Oh my god, now you have confused me, Holly. Expanded further after the government took a 1% stake in its local subsidiary, Beijing ByteDance Technology. ByteDance Technology in 2019 that awarded the Chinese government a broad seat at the subsidiary. Company became prominent target of the US government during the Trump administration, which issued exclusive executive orders in 2020 that required the company to sell TikTok's US assets or face being banned in the country. The orders were blocked by federal courts. Beijing, which opposed Trump's executive orders at the time, revised a list of technologies that would need Chinese government approval before they are exported. Experts said TikTok's recommendation algorithm would fall under the case. US officials have criticized TikTok's security and privacy, suggesting user data might be shared with Beijing. Is this true though? TikTok, used by about 170 million Americans, has said the firm has never shared or received a request to share US user data with the Chinese government. So TikTok is saying no. To try to alleviate concerns, TikTok formed an alliance with Oracle and started to host its American user data in the US firm's cloud infrastructure from 2020. TikTok has been pushing back on the newly proposed bill. CEO Shou Jichu said this week that the company would exercise its legal rights to prevent a ban. Oh, this was a very good article, allowing me to see it. But it seems that they are still passing the bill. And this is a quick archive article from New York Times talking about House passes bill. Wait. Okay, so the House of Wednesday, so, you know, they passed the bill. Results was a bipartisan collision behind the measure that included Republicans in supporting it and Democratic, who also fell in line behind a bill that President Biden has said he would sign. So just in general, both parties are kind of against it. Are against TikTok. Bill faces a difficult road to passage in the Senate, where Senator Chuck Schumer, Democratic of New York and the majority leader, has had non-commissional about what is non-commissional 연지를 주지 않는 about bringing it to the floor for a vote, and where some lawmakers have vowed it. And even if it passed the Senate and becomes law, it is likely to face legal challenges. 그치, that's also true. Wednesday's vote was the first time a measure that could widely ban TikTok for consumers was approved by a full chamber of Congress. App has been under threat since 2020, with lawmakers increasingly arguing that Beijing's relationship with TikTok's parent company raises national security risks. I still want to see about this. The bill is aimed at getting the company to sell TikTok to non-Chinese owner within 6 months. So they are not agreeing with the Singaporean person. There was something about the amount metadata they collected that was sus. Really? That was actually happening? So the president would sign off on the sale if it resolved national security concerns. If that sale did not happen, the app would be banned. So the current owner is... Wait, what do they want to sell? But even if they sell it to a non-Chinese owner... Wait, when they mean sell, give up the stock? Give up the 50% stock that the CEO had? Zhang had? It's just a... It's just the US operation, so they'd keep worldwide outside of the US. They'd keep worldwide outside of the US? What? What does that mean? Oh, look! Wisconsin Republican! Wait, is this Wisconsin? Oh, it is Wisconsin! Said on the floor before the vote that is forced TikTok to break up with the Chinese Communist Party. Well, how come they're not banning other Chinese apps? Like Temu, Taimu, and other like AliExpress and stuff. Why just TikTok? Why do they think TikTok has so much data? I mean, AliExpress is pretty big, no? They'd sell TikTok US. But isn't the whole TikTok for just TikTok? Oh, well, how do you sell TikTok US? Is this politically driven? Oh, shoot. But they're not talking about... Twitch Korea shutdown처럼 TikTok US shutdown. TikTok US shutting or giving control. Wait, 나 잠깐만, guys. Okay, 잠깐만. 나 일단 bathroom. Honey, guys, okay. Oh, I came back so fast. Sorry, guys. I pee like a guy, guys. I come so fast. You know how guys pee so fast always? Like, guys come so fast too. Guys, I lost my train of thoughts that I was gonna ask. 잠깐만. So TikTok. I say Shioji. Joey and I fought today though. Joey is here. I didn't stand up. Ah. Okay, so okay. 봐봐. Sorry, I have like Joey's hair in my mouth. Yeah, we're talking about 해하. 봐봐.
테스트.
Oh, thanks for the 5,001 test. Thank you. 자, 봐봐. Guys, look. 자. US is banning TikTok. 그치? We got that. Ban TikTok. Why? Because in the article, right? In the article, it says they are afraid of data exposing to Chinese government. Right? 자. Question 1. What kind of data are they talking about? 뭘까? What would be some type of data? 자, data that I am inputting on my phone or on TikTok is dance. Right? Maybe personal information? So you guys are saying this data is from own content, like things inside data, right? Inside phone. Like location. What is metadata? Metadata 뭐예요? What is that? Right? 그치? Data about data, okay. Data about data. Meta. Redo! Oh, phew. Just needed eraser. Okay. 자, 그치? Chinese government things, metadata. Let's go step by step. Metadata, right? So this is basically anything that user gave access to inside phone, right? No wonder I get Chinese people like calling me or texting me. But anyways, 이거 맞지? Right? This is true. And then other data would be 이렇게 있고 metadata and user likes. and interest. Well, that makes sense. So I guess people are thinking 30-year-old Korean girl, sexy, loves K-pop. So right now China has this data, right? This is data that China owns. Because that's something that I have in China. Now, my question one is, okay, if we talk about like AliExpress, there's Temu. Temu랑 Taimun가? Taimun가? Taimu? How come these haven't gotten banned yet? Why I say this is this too also will ask you to have access of your phone. Right? So maybe not like user likes or interest, but there are still likes and interests of like what you purchased, what you liked about AliExpress. But in terms of anything that the user gave access to inside the phone is related, right? Is still related. So it's not rich data? So what do you mean rich data? What is rich data? Like metaverse? Metaverse. What is rich data here? Rich data. I mean, dude, isn't credit card information and address pretty important too? I think those two are more scary, important to give off to than other TikTok data too. The only reason I would buy into is maybe they're not as big. Right? Phone number, email, location, browse history. Why would they want your browse history? Purchase history, search history, contact, physical address, payment information. What? Government afraid of. So what data is government afraid of from what not to listed? Let's look at what not to listed. On the app it says let's go here. Okay. I need like a better writing thingy-mabobby. App thingy-mabobby. Thingy-mabobby. What was that? Whiteboard. I'm gonna download a quick app that I like. Okay. Microsoft Whiteboard. Let me just download this. Alba, guys. 잠깐만, having hard time downloading. Jotomate. Wing. I'll have that prepared. Remind me to download Whiteboard later. Okay, 잠깐만. Let's go with. Okay, which one is just pin Natus? 보자. 여기서 10분 동안 해봐. So they can have your phone number, email, location, browsing history, purchase history. Purchase history? Why would TikTok want my purchase history? Search. Contact. Physical address, payment, and financial info. Oh. So what do you think of all the data here TikTok wants? Or there must be a reason why government is only focusing on TikTok. It doesn't buy me that other ones don't provide as much richer data. I feel like Temu and Ali has somewhat. Oh, it's political? Okay, never mind then. How much people does AliExpress use? Bigger concern is what kind of influence the Chinese government can impose on the company. What kind of influence? I think last week tonight had a segment about how much you can find out about people even from... Oh, really? Hi, Jetty! This is the correct answer. It's too influence from foreign government and they don't know.
If TikTok contacts you about me, I don't know anything, Jinri.
They might ask you, how pretty is Jinri? Then you can say, I don't know. Boomer girl went too viral last election, so they blamed the platform. TikTok also can record audio and video. Record audio and video? 이거가 크네. Actually, maybe it's not political. Maybe it's just this too. Now that I think about it, if it's this, and someone is stupid enough to use TikTok in a... like, in a place where it's, like, related to government, then... 그치. Then they can sell that information. 그러면 it's a threat. Wait, there was a notification to all US users to call their Congress to stop banning TikTok. Oh, 이게 큰데? Actually, this is really big then. Jenny! Why educate me? I just studied about TikTok and I got money? What is this? What is this theory going on? That's crazy! Thank you! Thank you so much, Jenny! Woo! 감사합니다! Let's ban TikTok! Yeah, TikTok makes me money, guys. I cannot give up on TikTok. Gen Z never calls Congress, and TikTok influenced so many to call Congress. Wow. So who got this TikTok message? Anyone got the TikTok message? 나 왜 안 왔어? I mean, have people leaking classified information to win an argument in a video game form. Not really. 그러게. 잠깐만, I have so many TikTok information though. TikTok Congress 이렇게 해봐야 되나? Can you find the article? I seem to not know what to write. 너 왜 안 가? Is it in my email? 잠깐만, let me just check my email, guys. Email. Okay. Because I should have gotten one, right? Yeah, because I get emails from TikTok a month ago. Maybe because my TikTok is from Korea. I don't have it. TikTok is banned in US? India? Yeah, how come? That's a great point, Crusader. Why did then TikTok CEO not say anything about India? Because India's population should be a lot for US too. For TikTok too. Oh, I can speak. I think this is smelly. Oh, there's also politics involved with India too against China. 진짜 China. Anyway, so there's been a bill. This article was formed March 8th. So TikTok sent users in the US a push notification on Wednesday warning that Congress is planning a total ban of TikTok that would strip 170 million Americans of their constitutional right to free expression. Oh, now you go American free expression thing about baby. The page says that a ban would damage millions of businesses, destroy the livelihood of countless content creators across the country. So this was actually the message and had call now. 친구 아니야? 근데 이건 좀 그렇다. So the White House, so the notification comes shortly after the White House expressed support for a bipartisan bill directed at TikTok, which is owned by the Chinese company ByteDance. The bill, called the Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary Controlled Applications Act, is in response to the perceived national security risks of TikTok, particularly around how the company collects user data. The bill would require that TikTok breaks off from ByteDance or risk being removed from app stores in the US. Even if they are removed from the US, you can still download it though. This isn't the first bill of its kind. Some members of Congress have been trying to ban the app for years. Some city and state governments have banned TikTok from being installed on government devices. I think this maybe is a good thing to do though. Last year, Montana became the first state to actually ban the app, though that ban was blocked by a judge and is currently making its way through the court. If passed, the new bill, which the American Civil Liberty Union argues would violate the First Amendment, will likely face legal challenges. What does comment say? Can I ask you guys? Wait, I think I did a poll on this, but I'm not going to download TikTok even if you ask me to do so. Oh, you're not gonna download it? You don't want to see my dances? Not to? Just kidding. I upload everything on TikTok that on Instagram that I upload on TikTok, so it's okay. Can you guys do the voting? Oh. Oh. Guys, if you guys are watching my chat, can you do the voting just to see you guys' idea? Oh! Ooh! Wait, the voting section is blank? Is it blank, guys? Or can you guys vote? Okay. So 50-50! Really? Are you guys joking? 진짜? You guys, wow, you 참. Are you guys trolling? Okay, can some of you guys raise your hand if you guys are trolling? I don't even get to see who voted which side, by the way. Okay. It's just, I found it interesting. It's 50-50. What do you think I would pick, guys? Not ban? 나는 actually at first I wasn't convinced of why they wanted to ban, but I think with you guys' comment, okay. Ban everything except for my dances and my reaction videos so that I can be TikTok #1 VOD. 나는 그러게. I really liked some of you guys' comment of saying China is really a wild card. I am not dissing Chinese people, guys. I hope you guys understand. I love Chinese people, but in terms of the Chinese government is very interesting question, right? So personally, I didn't feel a reason to ban, because you know what? If it's banned, then I lose lots of viewers too. So as a content creator, it's kind of like, wonder why they are trying to ban it. But now that I think about it in terms of maybe the audio and everything, I think everything is important to be safe, right? Doesn't allow international content, and the version that kids can only access allow education. Yeah. So I hope me is just saying China is the country is a wild card does not mean that the people are the wild card. The CCP, the government is just super wild card, as you guys know, and the action that they've done towards the Taiwanese or the Hong Kong people is kind of like a little beyond the line. So in terms of banning TikTok, my personal opinion, I would ban it. If I am the government, I would say let's ban it, because I think there are other alternatives with TikTok, right? There's always other alternatives, and TikTok, if you guys lose TikTok, doesn't mean it's end of your life. People making money off of like TikTok, yeah, there's also Instagram Reels that you guys can redo. But honestly, I think maybe because I'm not like a big TikToker, I can say this, but I'm more of a it's better to be safe than sorry point of view. So I would ban TikTok. But it's interesting where oh really? You're surprised by the answer? I like to pick things. I don't like to be adventurous, I would like to say. So the fact that I was bought, two things that kind of bought me was why they're only posting this message to only American chat, and the fact that they were able to manipulate those young people into actually calling the congressman was really scary. The fact that young people using TikTok can be influenced this easily, because even if we lose an app, like for instance, even if Twitch Korea is gone, we were sad. Of course we were sad inside. Of course maybe a lot of people but for the company, you know, like that's the only decision they could do, and it wasn't the company that was to be, you know, blamed at. It was what the Koreans were doing. So we were understanding, and like it's not like Korea told Twitch made Koreans call the government to do this, right? So I think how they are treating this issue is pretty scary, and that just having the power of being influenced is scary, guys. Like, imagine if I could influence you guys into calling Twitch and saying, put me on the first page, is really scary. So but like India banned TikTok. They didn't really say anything about that, right? Maybe I'm not that emotional person. Well, the thing is, Daniel, here's the thing. A lot of people get laid off. Well, how come none of you guys feel bad about those people? We just had a bunch of layoffs in the IT tech company, and you know what a lot of people say? They earn too much money anyways, right? So Yeah. I just, no matter what you guys say, my idea, my at least train of thoughts is clear, saying that you know what, I still don't trust the idea, and the fact that they are trying to influence the kids into calling the Congress. If the kids did it by themselves, being like, you know what, I honestly think this is an unfair act, and they do it, it makes sense. But if they are influencing, if they're asking for this thing to happen, so yeah, layoffs are bad. I just found it interesting we had that conversation, and people think, well, it's IT, they can always find a job. I've had a couple of people react like that anyways, in terms of when the IT people were getting laid off. So it does get younger people involved in the government. Do you really think that they looked into the details and were looking into whether or not it was a good idea or not? I highly doubt it. Especially how their attention span has decreased to so much, and to being unable to read something that is less than, I don't know, like 5-10 minutes of it. I would be very proud of the young people if they were able to do that in terms of government. So, anyways, TikTok, I mean, it's a 모르겠다. TikTok is interesting. TikTok is very interesting, and it does suck if it's focused on one company. I think that does really suck, but what can you say? They have so much influence. 170 million Americans is a lot of people, so yeah. I see both sides. I see both sides. I definitely was at a side where I was leaning towards, why are they banning? It's just an app. Why are they making a big fuss out of it? But in a sense, I don't find it believing. So yeah. $170 million is a little over half. Oh, really? So half of American? So 1 out of 2 people uses TikTok? That's crazy. Just go with Instagram. Wait, is... You don't use TikTok? Instagram is for boomers? Oh my god, don't say that. Wait, I have TikTok, so it's okay. I mean, I'm not gonna... I mean, I enjoy the views that I get on my TikTok. Don't hate. But... I don't... What do I get the... If it's banned, you have a demographic that usually doesn't vote who is suddenly angry. But honestly, that's like typical American voting system. They usually get one thing upset, and then now they use that to wage their vote. Oh, this government did this to me? Okay, you don't get a vote. I hate you. Instead of kind of looking at the big picture. I don't know. So in terms of TikTok, 네, 170. $170 million is so much. Yeah, but I can see a lot of Americans being upset that TikTok is being banned. And the only reason I mean, it's also on Instagram too, but I feel like there's a lot of too much false information. And if there was literally just a proof of these kids being able to realize that they were, you know, like, they can be influenced by one post, then being influenced is scary, guys. Being involved in a cult is very scary. There's a reason why people don't like the some of the churches that are like not an actual church and then becoming a cult, right? So that's true. All media does that. But there are medias that people don't use that often. Yeah. Would they actually pay for a legitimate social media company? I doubt it. Oh yeah, we're a cult too, but you know, you guys don't listen. We're a cult, but somehow does not listen. That's kind of weird. Yeah. Like, what was kind of sad to see, and this is kind of going beyond social media, is, you know, how the OTT programs like Netflix and everything is kind of, well, okay, maybe it's something like this. Maybe it's just we're moving on. We're moving to a new trend. Is something that we can say. But I honestly think that the old television, like watching the television, is not like a legitimate thing anymore, and that now people are on their devices watching stuff, right? So nowadays, in Korea, if you reach anything above 10% of views, that means it's a very successful like drama. So recently, 눈물의 여왕, Queen of Tears, has been really popular in Korea, and that people are actually waiting for the time to watch it. But oh, good night, Jetty. But and that actually reached 20%, saying that that's a lot of people. But back then in Korea, when there was only TV, it used to be like 50-60% was like the best viewership. So you know, it's just trend moving. So it's kind of that why I was talking about this is relating to news media. So, is that not everyone watches news anymore. We don't turn on the television to read news, right? So that's true. There was only KBS, NBC, SBS. So there was a fewer channels. So you only had 3 to compare with, but dropping from like a 60% to like a 10% is very, like, it's big, right? So it's just how we're moving to a different trend, and that's the same thing. A lot of people would rather watch me talk about a news instead of actually buying the news, and it goes along with what I say always to you guys too, is that I'm not gonna pay for a news company. I don't know why I have to pay for it, right? And you guys always tell me, Jinri, it's just blah blah blah. So yeah, everything moved to online. So I did like the paper news. I always, you know, one of the things that I always wanted to do when I got a good income is to actually pay for a daily news, because I feel like reading the news is very helpful. But anyways, so, do I like TikTok? I still don't like TikTok. But you guys bought me. I was convinced that it could be a little. I'd rather be safe than sorry. I'm not saying that China is bad, but it is a wild card. It is a wild card. So TikTok is a wild card. And I think it's just a great way of starting it, you know? Like, right now we're worried about TikTok. What if later on, I don't know, like AliExpress reaches a certain amount or something? And well, what can we say? Technology is evolving. What can we do when technology is evolving? So that's a good side of what some countries have. Publicly funded independent news. What is publicly funded independent news? Oh. BBC. Yeah. Oh, really? You can browse? Yeah. File fee. TV license fee, yeah. Maybe that's the same thing in Korea. I mean, 모르겠어. News is also hard. I think news is also another area it's another gray area because you can, you know, like so politics is always an issue. I honestly think politics is such a big issue in creating the world into this mess. You can have so many problems and so many issues. Ugh. I blame politics. Can we just live in a world where we're just all happy? But I mean, it's good to have diverse thinking and appreciating other thoughts. But at one point, it's like if you don't appreciate one person's thought, then it ends up being like, wow, you are such a bad person. So. I know. As in, like, if it's in a better way. It'd be a great world to live in if we can talk about politics without hating on each other so much. So, anyways, I was going to move on. Peaceful world, yeah. You're asking for too much? Right? Yeah, we could live in a world where we're all happy, but you guys don't, you know, for some reason don't share all of my opinions. You don't like my opinion. Yeah, and then it becomes a war. Like, that's how you start hating on each other, right? The only thing I really enjoy, at least talking to you guys, not the only thing, what I wanted to say is, like, it's great for me to talk to you guys about, you know, I see both you guys' point, but at least personally for me, I choose, you know, something like, I choose this choice. You guys say, oh, okay, that's your choice. Well, what about this thought? Well, I can see it, but I still believe this. It would be a good conversation, right? But there are people that still go, oh, but you still think this way? I can't believe you said that. Also, what the fudge? Then don't, just shut up. There will always be a war, yeah. No respect for other views. 그치? Yeah. There's no respect. That's true. There's no respect, you know, like, it's like I declare. I still don't understand why you're thinking about that way. Is I feel like the other person's reaction when we talk about an idea. So, and then it becomes a war. We just saw it from a good example was Alvo versus Ricebook. It's wait, if I say it like that, it becomes like those 그런 like debate thingy, you know. That it just made me think of like politics case, like the Albo versus Rice Bowl case. Is a very great example of how normal people trying to talk about politics equal I hate you ends up being saying I hate you. Yeah. So my mom doesn't like talking about politics. My mom, if we start anything with like politics, then it becomes, yeah. But one thing that I realize is we cannot have a conversation, and I think this kind of goes with my brother too. I hate talking to my brother sometimes, but it doesn't become a conversation where, unless you make fun of the other side or the other person. And so it's like, no, can we just have a decent conversation and like have that? But yeah, and then like if our conversation gets a little like spicy, my mom goes, okay, enough of politics. So did you see the drama where like Kim Soo-yeon was so attractive and blah blah blah? It's like, okay, mom. I see she's trying to avoid it. She's good at like, you know, moving on to the next topic. So. But it's kind of unfortunate that a lot of people don't like to talk about social matters or those type of issues. So that's why people, maybe that's the reason why people watch TikTok, is that they cannot talk about that. So then the next thing that they can talk about, the things that we can have in common, is about TikTok videos. Oh my god, did you see that TikTok video where the couples were wearing the same thing and then somehow they were switching? It's amazing. Oh my god, no, I didn't. You should share it with me. So that's a cursed person who's like posting things on TikTok. But anyways, excuse me, you don't follow my TikTok? You're bad, Albo. Yeah, I just feel like because people are on the internet and a lot, and you don't get to have a actual social interaction with the other person, they don't understand that some of the words that you guys are saying, some of the phrases that you guys are using, hurt the person. So that's why sometimes, you know, like at one point if I like ignore you guys, it's like, okay, you guys need to take a break type of deal. Or sometimes I actually tell you guys, be like, okay, that's like crossing the line, don't do it. But I think that's one of the biggest problems that a lot of people are having, is they just don't talk. They don't have a actual conversation, and they just like to watch. Even you guys are watching me. The only way of communicating is through chatting. So there's always that social awkwardness that we're gonna have. Now we're having like a very deep conversation, but in the end, the thing that I wanted to say to you guys is, you know, sometimes it's nice to touch grass and understand that, you know, like you guys have to have an actual conversation with not just guys but also girls, so that if you're saying something, it could hurt the other person's feeling or it could make them feel uncomfortable. So you have to really be careful of your words, and you don't get to learn that when you're just chatting on the message channel. So I just dissed you guys really good, right? Did you guys kind of get that? Saying, hey, be careful of your actions, be careful of your chat. This is a 5G, this is 5G, five-headed comment there. Oh, sorry, maybe that's why my chat doesn't talk that much. IU will notice you? Like I said, local, this might hurt IU. Just kidding. The fact that you're saying that IU will... Just kidding. So, yeah, so that's TikTok. This is TikTok for you guys. If you guys really enjoy TikTok, I'm not gonna judge you. I think TikTok is a very entertaining, quick, entertaining source of platform of app, and it's amazing. And that if you really like it, you guys should definitely use it. I am also using it, guys. It's not like I hate TikTok, but in terms of privacy issue, and if that's what they really worry about, you know, like I said, it's always better to be safe than sorry. Right? And maybe if you're more adventurous type, I won't blame you guys for using TikTok or everything, but yeah, that's what I think about this. Oh wow, they actually had a thing on TikTok. No, Friday. You don't. Because sometimes you kind of say weird things. And I feel very uncomfortable. If I sound a little too harsh, I am being harsh about this. Because some of you guys have long histories of saying really random stuff in a bad time. So maybe that's why I haven't had lots of chat lately. It's like I'm dissing every chat. What can you do? Oh shoot. That shouldn't even be talked about. This year, Dr. Fish. I can't believe you haven't even subbed to my channel. You're probably getting 7 ads and you're still not being focused on my stream. That is inappropriate action. So, anyways, other news that we want to talk about. I think we have to touch upon this because we were talking about it, but I've insulted you. What do you mean? I've loved you guys. This is love. This is how I'm influencing you guys, saying the way that I'm talking is a way of showing love to you guys. JC heart. So Samsung is also being built, is also being awarded, which is really cool. It's really good that they're also giving these awards, I think, but at the same time. No problem.
You've influenced
no
me,
problem,
thanks.
Doctor. Hope my hope my influence was working well. 감사합니다. If you want to get roasted by boss, it takes 20k. Yeah. I think this is a great action that they're doing, and I hope this is very accounted for, like, in terms of politics. But I hope this isn't something that's happening because they want to win the upcoming election. So I find it pretty interesting in terms of election, and this goes for not just America but also in Korea, is the fact that they're trying to look upon and like, oh, what was the recent so like, for example, in Korea there was an issue with the Maple Story. There was recent issue with Maple Story where the company basically, you know, kind of screwed up the percentage of getting an item, and it ended up being like 0. You could not get a certain item, and so people got pissed off, right? And so, like, you know, there were boycotting done. There were people leaving Maple Story, like they're quitting the game and everything. So we could have just ended there, but all of a sudden, because there's political elections going on, they actually, yesterday was a election for the another thing. There was one guy that was actually talking about the issue because he needed votes, right? So I was like, you guys don't even care about Maple Story, right? So yeah, but that was kind of like an issue going on, and that happens a lot, and I kind of see that happening in the American election too, where yeah, they always move back and forth. But something that I always notice is America too, when election is happening, you know, this year there's an election going on, you're gonna see both party working so hard to get the favorable likes from, you know, the people, citizen, and it's definitely a common thing. But I also find it very interesting that they should have done it like along the way, but they only do it at last minute. So it's really unfortunate. But what can you do, right? I think US is now asking them not to sell chips to China also. So maybe this is a way to convince them. Ah, not to sell chips to China. Like I said, China is a wild card. Korea really likes to buy stuff from China, but they also complain. So, I mean, yeah. There's lots of chip. Like, people like... China makes cheap stuff. I think that's always a big issue. Jared's potato chips? Why? Make China fat? Okay guys, so I was gonna stream a little bit more about doing K-pop stuff, but somehow I'm very tired. I think I might need to take a nap. So later today I might come back onto stream, but I just get really exhausted by lunchtime or a little past then, and so I'm trying to keep my health balanced right now. I'm a little bit better than my normal streaming hours, just in case of issue happening to my body. So today we're gonna just kind of end it here. I hope you guys had a fun reading news session, and tomorrow what I'm going to do is I have to see my cousin. Okay, I'm meeting my cousin at 11:30, but I'm gonna stream early, and I'm gonna do programming day, and I'm gonna test the app that I mentioned on the terminal. So we're gonna kind of slowly get back to programming it. So that's the plan for today. I hope you guys had a... Yeah, so I wasn't gonna do programming, but I told earlier to my chat, but so Mia doesn't want me to dance if I ever get pregnant again, and so I have to do something that I'm gonna still enjoy when I don't do programming. So or when I can't dance, and that's gonna be like 10 months. So I'm going to force myself to study, and that's a great time to do programming. So we're gonna do programming. And I know my brain won't be... Yeah, so just in case right now my body isn't feeling good. So just in case I'm gonna take a nap. But yeah, we're gonna do some programming. We're gonna do a great programming thing. But I'm gonna come back tomorrow at 9 to do the programming stuff and figuring out new project to start with, so that people who wants to join can join. I know that's one of the problem I'm worried about, but hopefully it'll be better than that. Yeah, I can exercise my brain. That'll be a great way for me to exercise, I think, if I do programming. That's what I'm thinking, and I think you guys can help out on this. So we're gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna sleep right now. But anyways, thanks for watching, and see you guys tomorrow. Bye guys. Yeah, we're gonna start a new app though. But 안녕.